So, you've been in Kenya your entire life.
Yeah, man.
But have you ever faced racism in the industry?
Eventually, this conversation was going there.
You know,
I was playing a dead night, and this dude was leaving. And he came up to me, and he's like, "Thank you, Kace. I love you so much. And like your music has really changed me." I'm like, "Thank you so much." And he's like, "Yeah, man, you helped me realize I love men."
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
Riches flying high in them private jets. Mada kumada beat lazima kai bada. Si niulize mbona nimenyanya. Si unajua niko juu ya shada.
1 2 1 2, you know it is, you know the vibes. Welcome to a very, very special episode of the Sandwich Podcast. Here it's your boy, the bad boy Owen, Pipe the Don Juan, Sauti Your Mama, Women's Rep 2027, O-Dog, The Truth, The answer, the question, you're still looking for it. And I'm here with my amazing colleagues.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is George Nyamita, lakini wananiita Papito. And yeah, excited to be here again.
Yeah, of course Tonyo Kibs ama ukipenda Black Diamond ama Black D niliachana na hiyo, but ukitaka kuirudisha unairudisha, pause, but of course pia utaniita Kibs the Visionary, whatever you want to call me, man, mimi utaniita tu. Yeah, but and today unajua hii ni one of those ones where tuko na diversity high.
Man, you gotta switch up your language now.
Yeah. This is one of those ones where we Paps. No, hiyo ni acting. I hope mnajua ni acting. I hope you know tuko tunafanya show pamoja. I hope you know.
So good people, you know, we have got a lot of complaints that every time you guys are coming, sijui, you were not bringing, you know, international acts.
Is that what I am?
On the platform. You're an international act. You're not here because of anything that you do. We just need color. And we don't have a good budget for lights at the moment.
White balancing.
So we needed, you know, a bit of scaling to go on around here, and that's why you're here. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the very amazing DJ Kace.
Yeah.
Super DJ.
Yeah.
I don't want to like buy you into this space, but I associate Kace with Alchemist, and I forever will.
Yeah, he's been working there.
Because I know the bash I have had at Alchemist and Kace DJ. Christmas Eve 2021.
I still remember.
Bro, sijai piga bash kwa hiyo day. Yeah, tulikuwa na Michelle. Proper. Wewe mbona unapigisha watu sherehe? Why are you making people party on Christmas?
Why not, bro? Hell yeah. But actually, Christmas is an interesting one because every year, Christmas Day, I feel like the Muslim community comes out in like numbers. Maybe it's because like everyone else is like up country and doing that whole thing. But always, for the last like 3-4 years, a Christmas party. It's
maybe it's just not Mohammed's.
Muslims and people with dysfunctional families.
Bro, I was out on Christmas. I've been going out for Christmas. Christmas, I'm in Milan.
That's the crowd, by the way. Yeah.
So for you guys as DJs especially, so December is a cash cow.
Oh, yeah. I feel like November onwards, you're kind of just going through the motions. You know, you're just executing all those bookings because guys are trying to get those things done by like September, October. Everyone's Q4 brain just starts working, you know? So it's like from gigs, then there's weddings, then there's corporate things, you know? So like, yeah, the last few months of the year, it's kind of just... You don't have time to think. You're kind of just like going through the motions if things are going well.
Like you don't find yourself playing the same set sometimes. Like maybe from Wednesday you've been playing since, of course, Wednesday till Sunday.
It depends on where I'm playing because I feel like I like switching it up. Like I'll do a gig in like Eldoret one week and then next week I'll be back at the Alchemist because like Alchemist I'll do like twice a month, right? And they're like maybe I'll keep it a certain type of way because I know who comes there and what kind of vibe that they want. But if I'm going like up country or like the best example is like if I go to Coast. If I go to Coast I'll have to play like maybe some more Tanzanian stuff, you know, maybe a bit more the slower bongo. Yeah, because that's what they love. But I can never drop like 80% of the bongo that I'll maybe drop at Coast. I could never drop at a place like Alchemist because it's just not listened to by that crowd. So that keeps it fresh for me and interesting.
May I just have one request? Could you please never play Mo Bamba?
Why not?
Bro, that's such a like. I think every DJ rinses it, especially at Alchemist or like NSK. You know, that's Alchemist and NSK same crowd, right? And that's that song always is there. So we need.
But
to
it's a banger. Like it's one of those ones.
DJs
That's
one
why
at a
it's
time.
I say.
Yeah, it's like, because, okay, for like the hip hop nights that I do at Alchemist, I know guys are coming there for the trap sound. And like, if you're coming for trap and like that kind of hip hop, then I mean, you're going to go home a bit disappointed if you didn't hear someone drop Mobamba at some point.
No way.
You know? There's like there's like 10 tracks that like, or 15 or 20 tracks that like, if you're going for a certain sound in a night, you would expect to hear them. You know? Because like not everyone's out every weekend, so it's like finding that balance.
It's so pretty. Mobamba, fuck you mean.
Dior, you gotta play Dior. Fiend nowadays.
Yeah,
you know?
Fiend is
Yeah.
Fiend.
So, what's your take on the recent rise of Amapiano and South African
Afro house.
music?
I love it, bro.
In the Kenyan club scene, I hate it personally
Why?
because I feel like it's all at the expense of local Kenyan artists and other international songs I wanna hear. I wanna go to the club and maybe hear a Drake song.
Yeah, but then where are you going? Because I feel like if you go, like, okay, fair enough. Most clubs or most DJs, they've put Amapiano into their sets, right? It's like a permanent feature in everyone's set nowadays because that's what people are vibing to, you know? But again, I'll go to certain places and I'll play less Amapiano than other places. And other places you'll go and it's like, it's all you'll hear, you know? But for those kind of parties, I think it's dope because it's a new sound and it's like, it's opened new creative waves in music. Like Amapiano influences in other sounds and in other genres. And the Americans are picking up on it, and the Nigerians are doing it great, you know? Then you've got like private school Amapiano. You've got the more almost Kwam sounding Amapiano. So there's levels to it. It's creative expression. So I'm all for it, man.
So now, Kes, I want to switch it up, Kidogo. You know, I've known you for a minute now. Like, I've known you when I was working on your show. We've worked together on a show.
And now I'm on your show.
Now you're yeah, like I've known you for a minute. But now the question that I've never even asked you, where did the African Muzungu come from?
That's okay. So
Like, why African Muzungu? Don't you think it's kind of...
it's funny. Okay, when I was starting off ish, I think I was like 3-4 years in. Yeah, no, maybe 2-3 years in. And then at the time, I was playing a lot with a guy called Chris Darling and Dotty Family.
Yeah, yeah.
And for them, it was a really dope thing that, you know, it was like a trump card almost that, hey, by the way, we got this white dude that rocks reggae like nothing else. Like he will come here and mash up roots, like, because I mean, I love reggae music, you know, and I used to go to all these reggae parties and reggae concerts. So I know the music, I know the culture, I'd play it. And at the time, Chris would just introduce me as Muzungu Mafrika. So I kind of just flipped it. I was like, yeah, why not just take ownership of it? Because, I mean, my roots may be Dutch, and I may be from the Netherlands blood-wise, but I have nothing in common with those people, bro.
You're born in Kenya?
Yeah, I was born here. I was raised there. I lived my whole life here. I'd only go there for, like, maybe summers or, like, university, but, like, my life
So where
is
did you
here.
get your accent?
I went to American schools, unfortunately.
Just speak Swahili.
So I'm just really shit at languages across the board. My Swahili's like 50-50, but even my Dutch is ass. I was in French for like almost all of high school. All I remember was oui. Nothing went in. So
Me and Chris Daniel used to live in the same estate.
Where do you go?
Rera Road. I don't know if I think, no, but he moved. He left. At some point, you saw our house. It was. So I was just saying, very interesting that I've had his name here.
So you've been in Kenya your entire life.
yeah, man.
But have you ever faced racism in the industry?
Eventually, this conversation was going there.
You know,
So you don't like black DJs, huh? We need to clear
wow.
Because I never knew you started out with Dotty Family and the places they used to play. I'm sure them seeing a white guy was like.
If anything, I know that on that level, I know it worked in my favor. 100%. Because like there'd be times where I remember there's a time where I played at like Skylux, an opening set, you know?
Shout out Skylux.
Yeah, and I was playing I was like, fuck it, it's early, I can just play whatever I want. I was just playing an all Kenyan old school set. And I remember bouncers and waitresses kind of just, because you know, the DJ booth was like way up on their phones, just like taking pictures of me. Because it was like almost a novelty item kind of thing, like this white dude is here playing these Kenyan jams. And I even had someone tell me yesterday, or like the other day I was playing at a gig and someone's like, you outshine us in playing our music. And I'm like, if that's how you feel, dope. That works for me. It creates a memory. You'll either follow me or you'll come to another one of my gigs. So, works in my favor. So, yeah. But on the negative side, I've had it maybe like once where I was like, I think I was at a Chicken Inn. And this chick walks up to me and she was like, so you call yourself the African Muzungu? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, isn't that a bit controversial?
Exactly.
I'm like, is it? I'm just me. Like, if that's how you feel, then that's how you've maybe internalized it or see it. But imagine I'm just a dude from here. I've lived there my whole life. Like, there's nothing else I can be than me, and this is just what I am.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because I remember there's a time we came from Alchemist. Just when the lockdown began, the first ile day all clubs to be shut down. On Friday, he was supposed to do some show called Boombox. The thing you do, of course, almost every Friday at Alchemist. So we went to town.
No, we were at Alchemist first. Remember, that's the first time by the case you're the first person who ever showed me a Latina.
A real Latina.
Bro, a spicer, she even, she gave us shots of tequila.
Tequilas,
like,
nini, margaritas. How they do. Then, after that, we were like,
Change this broke nigga's life.
Served by a Latin in Nairobi.
Latin? Serving me a margarita.
Los míos Dios.
So one thing that a very crazy thing happened on that day. We went to town. Now to go to Sonford. So of course, after a night out, you have to definitely go to Sonford when you're in town.
Yep.
So outside Sonford, there were some kids who were coming to like beg. Unajua vile wanakujanga tu kwa msee. They were like, so they came, because I was in front, instead of starting with us, me and some guy called Tiso, these guys just passed us, wakaenda kwa case. They were like, nah, these niggas are not gonna give us any money, man. Wakaenda straight kwa case. They were like, mimi ndo ningekupatia do.
I remember we even like offered them 20 bob.
20 bob. They were like, toka hapa.
That's real money. Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine? That actually happened, bro. And I was like, this dumb kid.
So we faced reverse racism from street kids.
Yeah, I mean, I had a walk once. I had a meeting in town at like Allianz. And then we walked to Tomboya to get the mats down to Kiambu Road because we used to live down the Legwa sides at the time. Yeah. So I walk with these guys and they make that walk every day for like 3 months, right? But they walked with me once and I was like, I'm getting approached by like everybody. Someone's trying to sell me something. Someone's begging for something. Some kids want something, I think it was like 7, 8 people approached us. And they're like, yo, we've done this walk for 3 months every day. No one talks to us. No one, but we walk with you once. And I'm like, I mean, that's kind of one of the things, if you want to talk about the whole race thing, that kind of like, it eventually grinds on you that like, I can be walking anywhere, bro. And just like, people will come up to you expecting something. Because usually they'll assume I'm foreign, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be like, this is a foreign dude in God knows buttfuck where. Let's see. And usually if it's in town, it's like always asking for something. Or even, bro, if I'm taking a cab or a boat or everything, it's assumed that I will give more. If I'm getting off, of Matatu and I want my 20 bob, I've had a tout tell me you need it. I'm like, it's my money. The hell you mean I need it? Come on, bro. Like it's just.
So, apart from Alchemist, what's your favorite spot to play at?
Oh, that's a tough one. I like a lot of spots, dude. I like the mega clubs, the tunnels and the BNDs, because it's just like there's just so many people there, which is just always a nice ego boost. But a place like Alchemist is nice because you've got a dance floor in front of you. So I think ultimately a place with a dance floor, so it's like maybe a concert or like the mass houses or like those spots where you can see people like right in front of you jamming. That's always great. And like if you have an open crowd and people that want to hear everything. But then at the same time, if I get tired of that or I do that too much, I like going to like out of town gigs. Like there's this little place in Meru that I played called Club Neon, and it's like a CBD club, in Meru, but it gets wild. And like people just be twerking and you're playing gengetone the entire time. People just going ape shit. But like that's a different type of energy.
Yeah.
But it's fun to tap into because it's like just different. It's like, you know, nothing. If it's too much of the same all the time, then it's like, yeah, just playing for different crowds, I think is the main thing. It doesn't matter where exactly it is, as long as guys want to party.
But what happened? I know you need to mend a kando sana. We've really taken a different direction. But what happened to the hair, bro? There's a time we used to use you in our skits as Jesus. Kace was always like, we have a Bible story. We have a Bible kind of skit. Let's use Kace.
You know, the thing is, though, people started doing it too seriously. People started actually being like, you look like Jesus. And you know, there's that look in people's eyes. Yeah. They're like, kind of like, wow. I don't know. It kind of this white savior thing. I was like, this is getting too close to what some people feel like. And I'm not the most religious person myself. So I'm just like, ooh. So I don't know.
You had the chance to start a cult and you refused.
Yeah, I think so too, but nah, it's not my style. No.
So, what's your wildest experience with a fan?
Hey.
Because I know you have maybe the one you can share.
Oh God.
Maybe even 3.
Okay, yo, I've had a few. I've had like really, really rowdy groupies, self-confessed groupies, being like, "I'm a groupie," and I'm like, "Do you know what that means?" Fast. And then them being like, straight up offering sexual like favors straight then and there. And I'm like, "No."
Are you married?
Huh? No.
How long have you been doing this DJing thing for?
15 years. Is it really that long? Yeah, something like that.
Where were we 15 years ago, bro?
15 years ago.
15 years ago, I was in class 5.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been working.
Yes, that's 2010.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I think one of the weirdest experiences though was I was playing a dead night and this dude was leaving and he came up to me and he's like, "Thank you, Kace. I love you so much. And like your music has really changed me." I'm like, "Thank you so much." And he's like, "Yeah, man, you helped me realize I love men."
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what did I play? On that night? What did I do? For real? I was like, I'm like, that. I guess that's a really big compliment. Because I help you if my music helped you make a self-discovery of some sort.
No, you know, for you to realize your sexuality through music.
Was it like an R&B type of night with like...
He was talking about a previous night as well, you know. So I don't even know if it was the same club. I just know that at
Was
some
it
point...
like a Frank Ocean kind of, you know, like...
I don't know, bro. And it was like a little Indian kid, which also made it like...
Oh, yeah, it had to be Indian.
Interesting. I don't know. Just interesting
my
situation.
God.
But how did that make you feel? I would feel pretty proud. I'd be like,
Yeah, I'm like, hell yeah. I made an impact, right? As much as I may not be of that
Transition was so good,
persuasion.
bro, became gay.
And it transitioned.
Really switched the vibe.
Oh my days, that's so crazy. But do you have like in your DJing career, do you have like a memorable event or night that you've done, like one that you say, Rojanga, when you go and you're like,
connect with the fan.
I will never, no night will ever top that.
I'll tell you one that sticks with me always. There's a few like the really big ones where you do like big super concerts for like thousands of people. Those, because of the sheer number. But there's one gig I did in Committee Maximum Prison.
What?
Hey.
There's a program that we were doing there because I work a lot with Sarakasi Trust. That's now guys who do a lot of acrobatics and dance. And there's an organization also called Crime Sipoa, and for them it's about going into prisons and like helping to rehabilitate prisoners while they're there, so that when they get out of prison, you have other life skills you can work towards, there's things you can do. So we went in there initially to teach acrobatics and dance as a potential way for guys to creatively make an income out of prison, not to go back into like any of those kind of habits. And so they invited me to go play for also their cultural day. So everyone had their own performances, you know, and a lot of these, so this was the junior, I guess,
Juvenile.
Yes. So these weren't like hardened criminals. Most of them were also between the ages of like 16 and like, I think like 21, somewhere there. So like they've done something stupid in shags. They stole something or something, they're in like juvie for a little bit. So these guys most of their traditional dances that they wanted and were performing were also a lot of traditional music, right? From the different tribes and all that kind of stuff. And when it became my turn to play, I played a bit of that and then I switched into like some reggae stuff. But these dudes, there's like 1,000 of them, were dancing so energetically and lively and sincerely for like an hour. Like just jumping and stomping, like pure, like no alcohol, nothing. Just guys who had been
No phone, no
restrained,
snapping,
nothing.
just bash.
And it reached the point where they had to wear these sweaters, right? And then a few of them were taking off their sweaters because it was too hot, but they're not allowed to take off their sweaters from the guards. So the guards were there literally punishing them, like next to the dance floor. Like guys were getting like not really hit, but like, you know, like, what are you doing? And like guys are like, I don't give a shit. I'm just jamming. And guys are like, just shaking their arms and legs and going apeshit. That gig I will never forget because guys were just going mad off of just vibes and being like unleashed and unshackled for a bit.
Oh my goodness.
Well, which is some freedom music. like when you play some freedom music in a jail, you know, like come on, cause some different type of energy. The government tried to move me. Anyway, you know, like me nimekana Kace sana, and Kace showed me some pictures of him with kina Isa. I'm like, Sani kina Nameless. Hey, like this guy was chilling with artists that when you say hata ni ma OG when he was so young. Like, were you guys producing for them music? Ama the stereotype. Were you investors?
No. So I'll go back to Sarakasi Trust, right? So Sarakasi Trust was or is a organization that again works a lot with dances and acrobatics. But when they first started off, they did a lot more with musicians, getting musicians like exchange programs to go to Europe and do big concerts and stuff there. There's also a few big reggae concerts that we organize here. So that's also how I got exposed to it. Like when Burning Spear came to Kenya, Don Carlos, Black Uhuru, those free gigs that were in Kasarani that are like 80,000 plus people each were all organized by Sarakasi. So in this time when all this was happening, I was like 11, 12, 13. So as my parents were getting into the scene and meeting all these artists and getting to know who's who and trying to see how we can help different people with deals and stuff, like I was just in contact with these people all the time. So you'll meet certain people who are like kingpins and like legends in the industry who are like, Kace, I've known you since you were like this big, you know? I think even when we were doing the breakfast show, there's a time that we had Octopiso come in and Lotan was like busy introducing me to Octo, and Octo's like, bro,
Chill.
I've known this guy since
I was
like
the bad guy.
Because like I've just known all these guys. Someone like Harry Kimani used to live with us. I don't know if you remember him. Like those kind of artists was just the Mercy Myras and the Eric Wainainas. I have like an ongoing pool grudge with Eric Wainaina for like the best of 21. Because it's like these are people that I just was always around because of the music. And that's I think how I also got into DJing and events, because I was like exposed so early.
So having been in the Kenyan culture that long, who do you think is the best Kenyan artist of all time?
Sauti Sol, period, bro.
Now this leads perfectly to an argument we're having with Nyamita. Who do you think is the biggest artist in Kenya right now?
Bien?
I would argue against it. I would say Samido.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I get what you're saying also. Because there's also that whole thing with... Who is it that one of these Sauti Sol guys have beef with? Is it Bahati or this other Willie Paul? Yeah.
Was it?
Because that guy also pulls hella numbers, right? If you look at like the YouTube numbers and I guess I say it's like a Ferrari versus a Nissan, you know? Like
Wow,
Nissan
so
numbers,
Samido
Ferrari numbers.
is the Nissan.
Potentially. But it's a reliable car, bro.
Don't say potentially, say yes.
I went all in.
But it's, and you know, when you look at even this artist like Iani, Iani has been doing bangers of shit music time and again.
I see shit.
Shit music like bad music.
Lewa na marafiki.
Bangers, jamming to that song kwa club,
You don't like
bro.
that song?
Yeah, I love that song. I love that.
No, and I'm just saying, I don't think his music is wow, but I get why there are bangers. Like, if there's one thing God has gifted him, is in making songs that will do numbers.
He knows how to
for
make
sure.
a hit.
Yeah. Iani will for sure make a hit. Shit music, but a hit.
Well,
Shit
not shit
music.
music.
Listen, my bear is shit music.
Art is subjective.
Fair.
That is my subjective.
You think it's shit.
I think it's shit, but I understand understand why it's a banger. Like, I hear it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. But that gift, he has. And that's why you'll find him, even this new song, Rumors. Guys, concert nowadays with TikTok and everything, once the challenges starts, but it becomes a whole thing. And it just goes to show that sometimes when I'm telling you BN is bigger than like in Samido and Inda, it goes beyond these numbers and stuff. BN, I genuinely think, has insane pull. Like, anyone, I think at the moment, knows BN. Countrywide.
Samido can outsell BN though. If they both had a concert in the same day.
If BN and Samido...
Oh, I don't know about that though.
Yeah, if Samido and BN had a concert in Mombasa.
Plus, we have...
Samido would pull more numbers.
But
bro.
we have a Soul Fest. So that's proven. Has Samido got his own thing?
So
It's just that he doesn't have it. Let's put them on the same pedestal.
He hasn't gaming. Gaming has like 10,000
Miyake.
people per... Yeah, he's one of the Nini investors and one of the organizers.
still-
And he performs.
But for Samido, you also have to remember that he was also a police, so he was working 2 jobs. So the thing is, right now that it's no longer a police,
He's focused.
it's focused now.
The
He's also a
comparison
serial
game...
cheater though, so his music is...
No one wins from the comparison game though, because at the end of the day, they're both winning. They're both making hella money. So by saying it's the biggest, it is objective, right? At the end of the day. And it's like, I mean, if this guy's pulling 10K and Soulfest is like 10, 15K also, then clearly there's, how many Kenyans are there? It's like 24 plus million. What are we hitting the 40 million?
57.
It's crazy, right? There's a crowd for everyone. And it's the same for artists, parties, DJs. You just got to find your, your crowd and who vibes with whatever you're putting out there.
What's the worst club you've ever played at and why is it Habanos?
I've never played either of those places, so let me just...
Red Room?
Huh?
Have you played at Red Room?
Once, but it was early on, so that was kind of not that awesome because it wasn't that full at the moment, you know.
Speaking of events, I don't know if you guys have seen, I don't know how to say it. Is it Asake or Ashake? Ashake and Gabsy have a concert in Kenya.
Nyayo Stadium.
At Nyayo
Kodonkland.
Stadium.
I'm going for
Yeah, they
Kodonkland.
just
I wasn't going to
announced.
go, but because Kodonkland is performing,
And
I'm there.
and they're saying it's the first time in like 10 years,
9 years,
years
yeah.
that there's been an event at a stadium. And I was wondering, why don't Kenyan events embrace more stadium
They're
gigs?
doing it in a stadium?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stadium. Yeah.
stadium.
But I thought Gava was like, stadiums are a no-go zone for concerts. Didn't they announce that like 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, but
because I agree, concerts are really dope in stadiums. It's easier to like manage the crowds and stuff when it's like silly high. Because I don't like some of these open venues that we've been having, some of these big mega concerts. I think a lot of the issues that we've been getting with crowd issues and guys call it people trying to occupy. I think they're trying to politicize when it's just people trying to take advantage and trying to get in for free. And like a stadium just makes that easy to deal with. But that's also my event management mind, right? Because I have that background too.
Yeah.
So what's the worst event you've ever been to? The worst event you've ever played at? And you're like, yo, this
But
guy's
I know where I'm
professional.
going with that question.
I just remember there's a time I was invited to play a festival, and it was called, I think it was along the lines of, you guys remember these times of Daylight Festival?
Yeah.
Daylight in song.
And yeah, it was one of those.
Colors.
Number 7, yeah, color something. Yeah, exactly that. And I remember these guys told me, okay, you're playing day 2 of the event. It's at Rolf's place. It's all the way down in Rongai sides. Again, I'm staying in, I'm staying Kiambu Road sides. And I had 2 gigs the night before, and I'm like, shit, I have to wake up early to push myself to get to this day gig. I'll never forget walking up to the field and just finding half-hung truss and a blind cow. And that was it. No one communicated to me anything. I made my way all the way here just to find nobody and nothingness. Those are the worst gigs, bro, where you just waste your time. Where there's been times I've done like lever parties at freaking Arboretum, and I need to get, and I've not been paid, but I still show up, and guys are like scrambling to get enough money to pay me half so I can play half an hour. Because just the disorganization, and then the sound is just like, you can't even mix. It's just like, come on, man, make my life easier so I can entertain these people, bro.
And speaking of pay, so recently I saw something on your Instagram story. So Reddy Kashanga, you guys are even not paying Wazungus, surely?
No, but you see a Muzungu who lives on Kiambu Road, really.
Maybe they thought maybe he doesn't need this money like that. But like recently I saw you posted on your stories about like some guys not paying you, some guys who've been with your money, and I'm sure it's not even one guy. So like, what was happening, man?
I mean, it's been resolved, so I'm not gonna talk badly about it.
Not even about them, but just about guys not paying.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think in that situation, the main issue was communication. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, sometimes you do a gig for like an agency, and they'll tell you straight up, like, by the way, this is gonna take 3 months, and then we'll talk about your money. It's like, okay, fine, I get it. You've communicated it.
Yeah.
It's when that communication doesn't happen, and you're told one thing and something else happens, that's when you start asking questions. Because it's sometimes, people don't take you serious, man. I think the funniest time ever, there was a club in Kikuyu that I played at. And they were just ducking my calls. Yeah. And I used to work with one of the guys who was like one of the people there. And I kept asking him, like, bro, what's up? And he's like, I don't know. No one is coming up with an answer. And it's the first time I tried seeing, okay, what's my power as a I hate saying it, but influential person. What can my words pull? So I got on radio that day. This is when we were working together, actually. And I said, I like to start off the show by saying 2 things. Number 1, I absolutely hate it when you make an agreement with someone and you fulfill your side of the agreement and they don't fulfill their side at all. Second of all, in an unrelated note, good morning to name of the club. 3 hours later, I was paid.
Hey.
Like from being ducked for like 3 weeks, 3 hours later. Because I'm like, for some of these guys, reputation is a big thing. And if you play with that and they perceive you to have a bit of a voice, then just use your voice. Because people shouldn't play with you, man. Especially in the creative industry, I'm too old for that shit, bro. Like, come on, I do my work. I do it well. Like, pay me.
Just pay me up,
And then we keep it moving. It's business at the end of the day. Just respect it. Because like creatives get disrespected hard in this country. Way too much. Way too much.
Now, Joe, so we're in the last 5 minutes of the show, and there was this big conversation going on about DJs have to pull crowds when they are booked. For example, if I book you for this club, I expect you to also like pull a crowd for the club. Where you just come
lovely,
and play
lovely,
the
lovely
music,
conversation, yes.
What do you think about that?
I mean, because I'm on both sides, right? Because I DJ, but I'm also, especially now, moving more into the events organizing side of things. If I book a DJ, it's for 2 reasons. First reason is I am booking them to fill a certain vibe and deliver on that vibe. Secondary reason is they'll pull some people and their marketing will help. But the first primary reason is you need to deliver that sound at that time.
Yeah.
That's it. I've booked DJs who have a small following. I've booked DJs with a big following. But every time, like, I will never book a DJ just on the name. There's certain DJs who have a really big name, but I don't think they can deliver or they don't know how to deliver at certain venues.
Name them. Name one.
Name one. Okay, like Alchemist is a tough place to play at. And I feel like
Not
unless...
for you, though.
No. Because I play a lot more trap, right? Yeah. But like if you take like a coast DJ, or even like if you take me and you have me play at like, let's say, a Gondwana, I will probably play Afro House from like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not on that wavelength. I won't know what the right move is for this moment here now, you know? So different DJs for different situations.
At least you know your style. I saw not shout out to him. I saw DJ Jomfalme drop a 3-step mix.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Jomfalme. I like some of your mixes. What the fuck do you know about 3-step, my brother?
It was 3-step or just 3-step.
Let's wrap up this 3-step shit, man.
Not a fan either?
So me, I'm tired of it.
I'm a big
Bro,
It's overdone, no?
Me, I feel like, bro, it's everywhere. Like, everyone now is trying to play it. Everywhere I go, it's what is being played. Even you enter a car. First of all, you enter my car and then you come in, you want to tell me to play Tukutela that we're going to hear in the club. Fuck no, we're going to listen to Costo Juang here. So, but my problem with it is, I'm not, of course, I'm not their biggest fan, but I don't mind it. I just feel like it's everywhere. Or maybe it's with the crowd I go to and where we frequent, it's just generally.
I hate it because I feel like its rise is literally what caused the decline of Kenyan urban tone or genge
But
tone
Kenyan
music
urban tone
in
is doing
clubs.
very well right now.
No, but they're not being played enough in the clubs.
I feel like it's kind of like... See, the South Africans, they've got this. They've had it going forever, bro. Since Sounds of Kwaito, since like 2012, they like discover a new sub sound and they run it, and they find subgenres in it, and like guys get hyper creative with it, and they have the systems. People are booking them. They're getting played everywhere. You know, here since Kapuka, bro, we've had waves that come, but then they just. And it's because it's like, I feel like it's this age-old conversation, bro. South Africans and Nigerians, as soon as something new comes out, they love it. But Gengeton, bro, how many haters does that have from the get-go?
BJP,
What are they talking about? What are these beats? No. I had a bit of an issue with Arbentone because I felt like our producers were getting lazy because we're recycling beats too much. Because I'm like, you're not going to be able to monetize this. You can't monetize this. You make your own beats. Like if we have a dancehall sound with like a hip-hop sound, make something. Don't just take those beats. I'm like, that's...
Lazy.
It's a bit too lazy, unless you're like on a rhythm kind of vibe. But like we shit on our own stuff way too much, right? So I think it's just we need to do more to kind of just pick it up. I don't know how or what. So that's why you get 3-step everywhere, because we jump on that and everyone's making it. But like if there was a Kenyan sound like Gengeton when it came out, it was on mixtapes and it was on the matatus everywhere. But the clubs, we were a bit slower picking it up because you read the crowd, right? And even there was 50-50. The younger guys were on it right away. But anyone over like 25, 30, when Gengeton first came out, was like, took a bit of time. It just did. Anytime you had a new sound.
We're overdue for a proper hip-hop event.
Jameson used to do it. I don't know what happened.
Like an event where the main act is just like a hip-hop
But is it
act.
really selling right now? Because even me here, right, outside of a place like Alchemist or certain like crowds, if I go to like again out of town clubs, which I would consider to be more in tune with what the average Kenyan is, there's not much hip hop you're really playing.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think the sound here also, leave alone like the Gengeton sound. I think we're moving more towards the Ianis, the Kodong clan. It's like the Sauti Soul musical bandy music and adding more musical instruments and more singing and R&B, Afrobeat type stuff. I think that's the pocket we're going towards now. And that's kind of where we are. And
But
it's
hip-hop
cool.
fans are actually there. And you see it every time when you're at Alchemist.
But there's a split, right? Because like hip hop fans, you'll have your old school crowd who love everything from like the 2000s. But then when you get into trap, it gets a bit dicey, right? Because a lot of those guys won't fuck with trap. And a lot of trap guys don't fuck with like the older stuff. And even trap, I'm like, even I do a hip hop show, right? I have to listen to all the latest trap records. And it's even in America, for the first time since 1990, there was no hip hop record in the top 40.
Yeah.
That says a lot about where hip hop kind of is right now. It's kind of like, and even music as a whole, I feel like we're waiting for something new, like another genre, something to pop off. But
I'd say here in Kenya for that situation, I don't wanna say blame, but I'd put the blame on you radio guys, since you guys are the taste makers. You're the ones, if you wanted guys to stop listening to Amapiano and more Kenyan music, you guys have the power to play more Kenyan music, unless there's payola in the industry and we don't know.
But like, I feel like maybe that was the argument like 10, 15 years ago. But I don't feel like radio has that position of tastemakers for the general populace. Definitely not anymore.
Even in Shabs.
If you've got your Spotify and your YouTubes and all that kind of stuff, I feel like that's, and if you follow those numbers, I mean, the Willie Pauls are doing great.
Otile Brown.
Yeah, I mean, there's money somewhere.
Okay, since you do like events and you're in the clubs like each and every other weekend, are men in the clubs or are men declining?
I saw this. So I saw that and I was like, this is interesting to me because I don't really see.
Do you notice? You're just always head in
I
the
think
game.
it's pretty 50-50. I don't think it's more ladies. Maybe at big like super events, it might be more or maybe certain concerts. You know, like I had a gig with shout out to Charisma. We did a show like it was a football viewing party.
Yeah.
And there were and we were like, damn, there's so many ladies here who support Man United. We really thought this was going to be a male-driven event because it's football, but you know. So I guess certain events call out more ladies, but I don't think it's like more one way or the other from what I've seen.
Maybe certain artists are for the babes. Charisma is for the babes. But if you have like Toxic lyrically, that's gotta be the niggas.
Certain audiences, for real. Yeah, Toxic I think would be like dudes.
Yeah.
No
so
beef.
Okay, so now as we close, Are you cooking any event? Because I've seen you do the circus all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You're the first, like, you're the only guy doing, like, circus events, bro. Like,
Yeah, so
I try to try Halloween, but they're...
Niche event.
Yeah, like...
we're gearing up for 2026. We want to bring in some big artists because we had done circus a few years before COVID. Then COVID happened, everything just went to shit. So after COVID, like, okay, let's pick it back up again. You know, for those of you who don't know, it's a combination of like DJing and a club night festival feel, but then with live acrobatics and circus performances all around. So fire breathers, contortionists, jugglers, all that. And yeah, you call it niche, but it's like I reached a point where I'm like, I've seen all these artists with different stage setups and different screens. Let me create something where like you feel like you're part of the event. So like we also do crazy shit like give out balloon animals all night and candy floss and popcorn, and we've got like dart games and just and slides and bouncing castles just to make you feel like a kid. So next year we want to go even bigger. We want to take it out to a field, actually take it in a circus tent, you know, like bring a lot of
Lions, tigers,
like really go all out on the decor and create an experience where like, you've got a few cool, dope international DJs as well, but it's about giving guys an experience beyond just the party.
But do you feel like, because I'm sure you're well traveled and stuff, do you feel like you probably seeing other cultures from outside, like probably how people do the events and stuff, maybe influenced you guys? I'm asking this because there's something that you guys did with it was a collaboration between Alchemist and Muse, where it was one event, but now there was a DJ playing at I think the Alchemist stage.
Yeah,
and then now when
the collaboration nights, right? Yeah, I wasn't too evolved with that one, but I think that idea, and I think also where I get some of my ideas as well, is like the Netherlands has a really well-structured event industry. They have this thing once a year called Amsterdam Dance Event, where it's like networking and DJs from all over the country just coming together. And like I went there and I lived there for a few years. As much as like I feel like the party scene itself is kind of shit, and like how people party there is like kind of lame in my opinion. But their structures and how they put it together, it shows you a lot. Because like I feel like here, sometimes when people do like a big event, you can tell people are cutting corners, and they just had an idea to book an artist, and then they thought we'll put a stage there and we'll put some security guys there. And that's kind of as far as that thinking process really goes. But over there, it's like you do everything to a book. There's a budget that everyone's following. Everything's like, it's a tight ship, and it needs to be able to, you know, make an event a success. I think so.
I love the way you
should
described
strategies for wale watu wa mablanketi na divide.
I love how you described your event. It's really like value for money. Like you're not just going for the artist, you're going there for the experience.
No, but you know, as an organizer, it's business before anything. It's business before entertainment.
But I think you can try and balance, give people an experience.
Give them a good show, the business will make sense.
No, but reason being, for example, say an artist like who can I say?
Tukutela.
No. Achana na kina jazz
A
works.
European artist.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Central
think of, like,
C.
Say Central C. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Central C would be nice to see Central C. But as an organizer, when you think about, say, yes, I want to do a Central C show, you're like, who's actually gonna buy tickets? Like, you know, because your turnaround will not be. You'll not break even with the money that you're paying logistically, venue, set up, all the things around it, because also, Central C is an expensive artist, first of all. So you're looking at it from the sense of, will I be able to get enough sponsors and sell enough tickets to break even for me? So that's why business comes before the experience.
That's why the national and...
That's also why for circus, I was like, let me not have my experience bank on an international act. You see, because for a lot of guys are like, I want a show to sell, and it'll sell because I'll bring this act. But you have a lot of stuff like, I think a really good example was like Koroga at the time, or even like a Blankets and Wine. They're fulfilling a niche where there's music, but you're also coming for the food aspect. So they've created something that's like music plus. So that's where you're getting your value, the experience around doing something that's different. Or like there's this like game thing that's also an event where guys do like a scavenger hunt all across Nairobi, which also has gotten big. There's like game nights that are also doing really big. It's just building another value. But yeah, for artists, sometimes it's crazy, bro. Because you look at these dudes and you're like, I need to sell how much and fill out a stadium, and you know how Kenyans will not pay.
Yeah.
Like maybe you'll get like 5 to 10K people tops paying nowadays, but back in the day it was like, you'd be lucky if you had 3,000 people paying for a ticket. And now you're trying to bring someone like a Rick Ross, I think is probably one of the most expensive artists that's ever been here. Or maybe like the Chris Browns. Those guys are like $250,000 plus. And that's just their booking fee. And they'll come with a team of like 13 guys who all need first class flights, who all need hotel rooms.
Car.
So you're doubling your booking price already there. And that's before you've gotten to your staging, your security. So yeah, a lot of the time, and I think that's also why South African DJs are so popular, because it's closer.
Bro, after they're set, you're back on the next flight out.
Yeah, these American guys. Yeah.
Airport show, airport.
And those guys are hustlers, bro, because they're like, all right, let me quickly pick up my cash. I'll do a quick set. I'll go in and out. We've built a good relationship with South Africans. They're DJs. They know, okay, Kenya, I'll just go quickly pick up some cash. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it won't.
Do you guys think the national or county governments would help if someone asked them? They'd be like, yo, I'm trying to bring artists. Could you at least subsidize it for me?
I mean, it's happened.
Maybe just help in
The
security.
Ministry of Tourism. See, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that partners should be doing.
But unajua vile mambo inaendanga huko.
Bureaucracy in government is too much. So battling that bureaucracy, and I think the biggest problem with government would be, because in government,
Tell us.
before money is approved to be sent to you,
To
have
finance and the land.
procurement, you get your signings, it's a lot of mathematics around it. And then all these stages that you're going through. So for example, you are looking for funding for this, bro. So you go, okay, fine. They say, okay, we can give you about 10 milli. You got 10 mic. So the finance guy is saying, you know, you have to buy the pen kama 2 million. Unajua tena hapo unakutana mtu wa procurement anakuambia stamp. So you literally need 10 milli, but by the time the money is getting to you, kickbacks up, bureaucracy, we're rotten as a people.
Not just that, but I think this is governments and corporations and anyone big. When they try to throw an event, you'll find this event committee is like an accountant, right? Someone who's like, I don't know, like someone who works behind a desk. So they usually have zero understanding of the industry.
Yeah.
So even when it comes to working with certain suppliers, oh, my cousin does sound. He'll do the speakers. You're being charged like
But
silly
it's just
amounts
as
of
a
money because you're in
JBL.
government. Yeah, but it's like, it's someone who doesn't really know. And it's like something that happens also sometimes when these Jamaican artists get booked to come here. They are just working with someone who just had a connect, and they just think that it's going to be like, book this, do this, but there's no real expertise. So there's like, and I've seen it way too many times, or like sometimes when a government like body tries to throw an event and you're like, how did you guys get this so wrong?
Yeah.
Because no one was advising you.
Festival.
No one really knew what was going on.
So how comes it's easier for international acts to go to South Africa and their tickets are cheaper over there as compared to if they would come to Kenya?
I feel like maybe it's because they probably have like super stadium shows. So like you're probably selling like 30,000+ tickets at maybe a lesser amount. That's probably how they did like those Beyonce shows. Or like when Kendrick went to Rwanda, I think that was also a stadium show, right?
Yeah.
So they've
BK
just
Arena.
found a way to just itemize that whole arena, sell seat by seat. Here, I think we're still getting to the point where people are also mass buying tickets. Because I remember like 10 years ago, I was in Uganda and someone told me they're like, thing about Uganda is when you go to a concert, you will be there and your guard will also be there. You get, everyone is there. In Kenya, can you go to a show like that? It's too segmented in that sense, I think.
Yeah. So now, kufunga, kwanza, there's a little bird that told me that there's an arena being built right now in Kenya. Itakuwa kaa hiyo ya Rwanda. Yeah, somewhere huko.
Location?
Kienda Langata huko. I won't really say much about it, but there's
Huko
an arena
Edge?
coming. No, actually, ni Bomas.
Oh.
Bomas up on that. Whatever is going on there, it's an arena.
The rebuilds.
Yeah, but it's an arena. Like
So where the
basketball
fuck,
will be
where
played
the fuck
there,
have
events.
they taken the hats and the traditional
Bruh.
clothes?
Watch
Where,
out.
where are they now?
So that's why you went there.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to mention it. But yeah, Kace, thank you so much for coming through, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Of course, always tuna
Very
appreciate.
insightful, actually.
Oh, by the case, we're having a show on the 30th.
30th November. Yeah.
Let's come, we play Uno.
Can we play? It's just
Oh,
games.
I saw the game night, right?
Yeah, it's a game night.
Yeah,
There'll
like
be
that.
DJs playing. You could play if you want to, but and also
Jachude.
na pia there will be an artist performing as well in the evening. But also we can watch the Chelsea versus Arsenal game. It's on that day. Yeah, so it will be a crazy night. So 30th of November, make sure mcop tickets, man. Tickets link iko kwa description.
Yeah, there'll be Latinas there, guys.
Mimi sija promise you. Babs, unaweza funga show.
Owen and Kace will be the Latinas.
Aba Owen ni Ebony.
Diversity higher. Kate, tickets.
Yeah. Funga show. Someone needs to go see Kate.
You made me realize I like men. Thank you so much. This has been the Sandwich Podcast. Remember to follow us on Instagram at the Sandwich Podcast, Twitter at the Sandwich Pod 1, YouTube and TikTok at Sandwich Podcast KE. God loves you. We love you. Toodles.
Cheers.
Switches flying high in them private jets. Mada kumada beat lazima kaibada. Si niulize mbona nimenyanya. Si unajua niko juu ya shada.